What's going on YouTube? So you're looking for a portable, versatile monitor that you can use for everything from gaming to as an external monitor for your camera. Well, WIMAXIT might just have what you're looking for. I hope I said their name right. This is their 12-inch USB-C portable monitor. And guys, we're gonna take a deep dive into this today and take a look at all that it's capable of and see if it's the right option for you. So hit the subscribe button and click the bell so you don't miss as we cover all things tech, iPad Pro, Apple Talk, and Pro Audio. I'm Chris Grant Jr. It's the Granted Geek Show. Now, before we get started, if you like the music in this video, be sure to check out my friends at Upbeat. They have got some incredible music, the best platform in my opinion for finding music for your YouTube videos. I've used them in every single one of my videos since I found them, and I love it. Best price, best selection. Again, I really do recommend them, so check out the links down in the description below and let's dive into it. All right, so here's a rundown of how the video is gonna go. We're gonna start off with a short and sweet unboxing, take a look at all the goodies that we get inside. Then we're gonna follow that up with, of course, features, specs, and I/O. See what this thing is actually capable of in terms of versatility. And then, of course, we're gonna test it. We're gonna see how versatile it is. We're gonna see how many different applications we can take this into. All right, so kicking it right off with the unboxing itself. Now, it's not an Apple unboxing by any means. It's a little lackluster even, but at the end of the day, if it's keeping the device and its components safe, then that's all we really need from a box. Moving from there into accessories, WIMAXIT really goes to the nines, giving you everything that you'll need to get going right out of the box. I'm talking charging cables, USB-C to USB-A, your charging brick, your cleaning cloths. You're definitely getting your USB-C to USB-C cable as well as a micro HDMI to HDMI cable. So no matter what you're rocking with, whether that's MacBook Pro or a camera with a micro HDMI, you're ready to go right out of the box. No extra cables or anything needed. And they also throw in a great little stand that will be useful if you don't have any VESA mounting options, because this monitor is VESA mount compatible. So moving from there into actual features and I/O, this is, like I said, a 12-inch USB-C monitor. So it has two USB-C ports and it has one micro HDMI port. So the only thing you could say this would be missing is a full-size HDMI, but with the versatility and commonality now of USB-C, I don't really think anybody's going to be missing it. Now, these USB-C ports are actually fully functional, so they're capable of data transfer, video and audio, of course, and touch input. Oh, did I mention this was a touch screen monitor? So yeah, your mileage may vary depending on what applications you're using it for, but if you got a touch interface, and that's why I'm very interested to see what this does with the iPad Pro, certainly with Stage Manager and its new external monitor support. So we're definitely going to test that out in terms of having a secondary portable monitor for your iPad. And of course, the micro HDMI is self-explanatory. If you're using a DSLR mirrorless camera, you'll be able to plug up and go right with that. So that's really good as well. Now, another feature of this is that it's a metal build. So definitely inspires confidence when you're throwing it into a bag or taking it around. It's touted as a portable machine. And so metal is really where you want to go in terms of build quality. Certainly for what I do, videography, often I'm out and about, and I have no problem just handing this to somebody and not worrying about them cracking it or breaking it while I'm recording or using it as a reference monitor or anything like that. So definitely 10 out of 10 in terms of the build quality. Now let's talk about the actual input methods. So we've got, as far as ports and input, we've got a headphone jack, which is great, especially if your camera is sending audio to the monitor. A lot of devices will send audio automatically to the monitor. So you got a headphone jack. And certainly if you're using this with an iPad Pro, it always loves to send audio to whatever HDMI source you have, and so you can add a headphone jack to your iPad if you need that, but of course it comes with a whole display. Second, you've got a joystick with which to toggle through the menus and navigate those. It's kind of like a half a joystick, so the menus are very simple and you'll be able to use them pretty easily. So as you can see here, I'm actually able to access the menu through the joystick here, and I'm able to toggle through the settings very easily with a flick of the finger. Now, Now, although this is touchscreen, you can't actually use the touchscreen in order to manipulate any of the menu items, which doesn't give me too much confidence for how it's going to work with an actual fluid interface, but I'm not going to prejudge it. Now, regarding other specs in terms of resolution, this is not a 4K display. It's not 2K. It's not even 1080p actually. It's 720. It's a resolution of 1366 by 768, but it does do 60 hertz and it comes in at about 210 nits of brightness. So again, not going to be great for super bright outdoor environments, but indoor certainly can give you more than you need. Okay, and we're now going to take a look at the functionality that this monitor has when it's playing with iPad and external monitor support. Okay, so here we've got the M1 iPad Pro running iPadOS 16 and the WIMAXIT 12-inch USB-C monitor. Now we're going to plug this in via a USB-C cable and we're going to see how they interact with each other. So thankfully, the USB-C on the iPad Pro delivers full power to the fully capable USB-C port on this monitor. And here we have it, a direct mirror of what is on the iPad Pro display. Now the iPad Pro is running at 120 hertz versus this monitor, which is actually running at 60 hertz, and it looks pretty smooth. Definitely doesn't look choppy at all. Impressed with that. Now again, 200 nits on this display, so it's a little bit darker, certainly darker than what is available on the M1 iPad Pro by a long shot. Now, one thing that would change with this is if you were to plug in a Bluetooth keyboard, that's going to take this out of mirror mode and actually put the iPad in Stage Manager external display mode, and this will then show as a second display here. Now, iPadOS 16 has been super wonky with Stage Manager in my experience, and so you know, don't blame the WIMAXIT for not being able to bring over the windows and things like that. Some banding going across the display, but that is due to the camera. It is not due to the display. So we're gonna go ahead and turn the brightness up a little bit because I'm pretty sure we're not at max brightness. Okay, yeah, we're only at 30%. Standard is not the way to go. I definitely recommend performance mode, FPS or RTS, but you know what? I love this joystick mode for controlling the display parameters. It's actually much better than a lot of display interfaces that I've used in the past. So here we can see a really good mirror to the display here. Of course, you're getting the letterboxing, and don't blame the display because iPad in mirror mode still gives you these black bars on the side. Okay, so here we have a different setup with the WIMAXIT plugged into the Lumix G9, which is a mirrorless camera, and using the provided micro HDMI to full HDMI cable, we're seeing we're getting no image. Now, this is of course because the HDMI cable is not providing power to the display, so the display will need to be powered as well, and that's why USB-C is really a great option, delivering both power and display image. And so right here, I've got a little Walmart brand power brick that actually is able to plug into the wall as well as provide multiple chargers. That's actually how I'm powering the lights currently. So we're going to take that and we're going to plug in a USB-A to the USB-C port on the actual display. And I don't know how much power this display needs, but we'll see if this is enough to give it power. Oh, so it did actually cut our lights there, but it powered the display. Woo woo, take a look at that. So you know what, the darker environment might actually be better for the ability to see what is on this display. And here we are seeing that we're getting video. And this is quite impressive, honestly. I'm gonna give you something to look at here. Amplagame A8 microphone. This is from Fifine. Let's see if we can get focused in here. And there we go, take a look at that. And we have it coming in right there perfectly on the display. So this definitely makes for a great monitor for your camera. I'm actually impressed at how good this looks. With the iPad, it looked a little dull, a little dim, but okay. Certainly, it's going to look bad compared to the display on the iPad Pro. But here, using it as an external reference monitor for your camera, it looks like the real deal. Very impressed with that. Now, last but not least, we're going to take a look at gaming on this device and see just how well we fare there. Okay, now in terms of gaming experience, what can I say about this monitor? It truly just gets the job done. I think we've been a little bit spoiled by, of course, the high resolution, super high frame rate displays on smartphones and tablets and things. But when it comes to a portable monitor that gets the job done, whether you've got a console that you want to plug in real quick or a smaller phone that you want to make a bigger screen. This definitely gets the job done. The colors are vibrant yet not too saturated. The 60 hertz definitely gives you smooth playback. So yeah, it's not going to win any display awards, but when it comes to just having fun playing games or watching movies and things like that, it definitely gets the job done. I would say the most professional use case for this is something like a camera reference monitor. Again, not being used for accuracy or brightness or resolution or anything like that, but just to get an idea of what your content is going to look like on a bigger display. All right, so Chris, give it to us straight. Is this the monitor for you? Well, I will tell you, if you are using it as an external monitor for your camera, yes, use this. It is sturdy. The performance is great. It's lightweight. It's super versatile. Certainly, if you have external display via USB-C, that's going to be great. For a rig, it's lightweight. So I definitely recommend it for that. As an external display for a computer or something like that, I would probably recommend elsewhere, something at least 1080p for my own personal preferences. And then of course for gaming, if you're working on a phone or something like that, a small handheld device, definitely go with this. It gets plenty bright, it's 60 hertz, and so it's a great display if you're looking to just have that on a bigger screen, have your iPhone games and stuff like that on a bigger screen, because I think that's certainly usable as well. Certainly for iPhone, you're getting that full widescreen, as where with iPad, you're still getting those dumb letter boxes when you're mirroring your display. So I would recommend this for those use cases, but not for the other ones. So let me know what you think down in the comments down below. A huge shout out to WIMAXIT, once again, sorry if I'm butchering the name, for sending this out. I really do enjoy using it, and you're probably going to see it in other videos as I dive more into cameras and the type of camera that I use personally. So if you liked the video, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe, and click the bell as we cover all things tech, iPad Pro, Apple Talk, and Pro Audio. I'm Chris Grant Jr. It's the Granted Geek Show.